Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode from the Aging in Place Directory podcast. This is episode number 12, and the topic today is going to be the role and importance of aging in place professionals. I was very surprised to find out how many people actually did not even know that there was this profession out there, that there were these type of people out there who could help them. So that is one of the reasons actually that we created the Aging in Place directory. So I'm hoping that this podcast will help you if you're a senior homeowner or if you're a family member of someone, an older adult who is looking to age in place. So we're going to get to it. I'm your host, Esther Kane. I am CAP certified. I am also certified by Age Safe America as an aging in place specialist, and I am a certified dementia care specialist as well. Janet Engel is my partner in the Aging in Place directory, and she is also an occupational therapist and CAP certified and certified in universal design. I myself am a retired occupational therapist, so I do have that training, but it's been a while since I've been working as an OT. It's hard getting older. Working as an OT in geriatrics, it's a lot of physical labor, lifting, and my poor old body couldn't take it too much. All right, so let's get to the topic. What are aging in place professionals? Well, generally speaking, an aging in place specialist is a person who is trained to help seniors and any individual with disabilities to modify their homes in order to make them safer and more accessible. I mean, the whole idea of an aging in place specialist, their entire goal is to make your living environment as safe as possible for you so that you can remain in that home as independent as possible. So I think the mistake a lot of people make with aging in place professionals is that they wait until they absolutely need them. You know, they wait until they possibly have had a stroke or they fell and injured themselves and, aren't able to move as they used to. Anything like that, then they will use an aging in place specialist. Where the reality is that as you're growing older, as all of us grow older, we do tend to lose some physical function, cognitive function, visual function, auditory function. That is just, unfortunately, part of a lot of people's lives as they grow older. So, by utilizing the services of an aging in place specialist before anything were to happen, you may actually end up preventing something from happening and increasing your ability to stay in your home independently and safely, of course. So I encourage everyone as they grow older, if they intend to stay in their home, to get the services of an aging in place specialist, and they will be able to help you accomplish all of that. At the very least, get an assessment, a consultation. All right, so where do these people get their training from? So there are actually multiple organizations that provide training and certification. I mentioned two of them at the beginning. I'm CAP certified, which is offered by the National Association of Home Builders. That's Certified Aging in Place Specialists, CAPS. Then there's also the Senior Home Safety Specialist, which I am also, which is certified by the Age Safe America. There's the Executive Certificate in Home Modifications, which is offered by the University of Southern California, the Leonard Davis School of Gerontology. Then there's also the Certified Environmental Access Consultant, that's CEAC, which is offered by VGM Live at home. Janet Engel and I are actually going to be presenting, or actually going to be attending. We're just doing a breakout group there, but we're attending the VGM meeting in Kansas City, Missouri this coming November 2024. So we're very excited about that. Can't wait to get there and see everything that they will be offering and talking about. There's the CLIP, the Certified Living in Place Professional, which is offered by the Living in Place Institute. There's the Universal Design Certified Professional, which is UDCP, which is offered by the National Association of the Remodeling Industry. There's the Certified Aging in Place and Accessibility Specialist, which is CAPS-A, offered by MasterCare. There's the Certified Accessible Design Specialist, CADS, which is offered by the Accessibility Institute. There's a Certified Senior Advisor, which is CSA, offered by the Society of Certified Senior Advisors. The Residential Accessibility Specialist, which is the RAS, offered by Accessible Design and Consultant. And there's the SRES, which is the Senior Real Estate Specialist, offered by the National Association of Realtors. Now, each of these specialties offers a different level of training, a different focus to their students. The CAPS program is actually 3 days long. The SRES, I believe, is a few hours long. I'm not exactly sure. I know the CSA is also 3 days, 3 full days long. So each one has their own, some have testing, I believe, some don't. It's a lot of different variables depending on which specialty, which certification you go through. But the certifications are also determined by your training, your specialty. So most occupational therapists are already trained in home modifications as part of occupational therapy training, but most of them go an additional training and get the CSA and also the CAPS. But if you're a contractor or a builder or an architect, you might go with the Certified Accessible Design certificate or Certified Aging in Place and Accessibility Specialist. So it depends on your background, what training you've had, and what certification would apply to that to improve that. Of course, there's nothing wrong with contractors and builders and contractors, going for several certifications and CAPS and everything else. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that because, number one, as I said, you get a lot of different perspectives of training depending on the certification that you go after. But the bottom line is that they all are certified and work in the field of modifying a home for an older adult or someone who has been disabled. And that means a lot of physical modifications, changing the height of countertops, the height of sinks, modifying the floor, perhaps widening hallways and garage doors and doorways and just anything at all that is causing an obstacle. Recommending products as well, raised toilet seats, touchless faucets, technology devices such as Alexa or Google Home or fall detection devices, anything at all that can make the home safer and allow the person to be as independent as possible for as long as possible in that home. Just so you know, some of the courses also do offer business management and customer service skills, so that when these professionals do begin using these skills as part of their business, they also have that training as well. And some people are going into this field completely from a completely different field. I know I said completely there twice, but from a totally different field so they may have not created a business entity as of yet. I know that members of the Aging in Place directory we do offer them a training class as well, training webinars on how to create a business, how to get that going, how to conduct the business, and so forth. So there's a lot of wonderful ways, a lot of wonderful benefits to all of these programs. So I just want to get to the story of how the Aging in Place Directory even got started. I write a lot of informational articles on websites all about geriatric care and caregiving, since that was my specialty as an OT for many years. So I, of course, am constantly recommending aging in place services and talking about all the different modifications that need to get done and should get done to make any home safer. And one of the services that I began providing was, if you need, to any of my readers and YouTube followers, if you need a aging in place specialist, fill out this form that I had on my website and let me know, and I will find one for you, thinking, of course, they're all out there, and I could provide them with a list of all these places to call. And lo and behold, I had a very hard time finding them, because there is no one directory for all of them. Each of these specialty training programs, well, most of them, I don't know if all of them, but most of them have their own directory, but they only promote the people who have gone through their courses. So the NAHB offers the CAPS courses, so they have a directory only for CAPS certified professionals. The Age Safe America has their directory, but only for their students, who've graduated. There is no one directory for all of them. And there isn't one that covers the entire United States and Canada, and there just isn't one. So I ended up finding maybe one person or company on Facebook, another one on LinkedIn, another one maybe on the internet. I mean, they were just scattered everywhere. There was no one directory. So my partner, Janet Engel, and I decided, you know what, we need to create a directory for all of these professionals. So here we are. So if you need to find an aging in place professional, take a look at the Aging in Place directory. If you are an aging in place professional, please get on there. We love to help you promote your business and get yourself listed on that directory, so you can start getting in touch with your clients and with other professionals in the aging in place niche. All right. So back to the podcast. So what services are provided by these aging in place professionals? If you've never heard of one or haven't ever used one, you may not be sure what they can actually provide. Well, they can provide a lot of things, actually. Initially, it would be home assessments. So they actually physically come to your home, or you can do virtual assessments. They conduct a thorough evaluation of your home's current, status to identify any potential safety hazards and accessibility barriers. So they're really looking for, what are you having problems with? Are you having problems getting into a narrow doorway into your bathroom because now you're using a walker? Or maybe now you're in a wheelchair and that wheelchair doesn't fit in your bedroom. It doesn't allow you to get into your bed. So they're going to look at all of that. They look at every room of the home. They give you, of course, personalized recommendations, based on that assessment. They provide you with recommendations that are tailored to your specific needs, to your physical abilities, your cognitive abilities, your visual abilities, your auditory abilities, and it could be everything or anything from installing grab bars to widening doorways to adding ramps to, making non-slip floors, recommending certain products. Like I said before, touchless faucets, anti-scald components for your shower, anything at all. And of course, the training that they have will conduct or will dictate what they end up recommending for you. So hopefully the training will give them everything that they need for your specific needs. Now, we can't say everyone is going to be able to give you that information, but every piece of information, but a good certified aging in place specialist will let you know what they can and cannot do. And then they will provide you with the resources of where to look for more information if that's what you need. So you definitely want to look out for that. So they also can become a project coordinator, very much like a contractor. If they recommend that you need a bidet, that would be one of the best things for you, then obviously you're going to need an electrical outlet near your toilet. So they could be the contractor, working, getting the electrician to come in to do that work for you, and then getting the product, the bidet, and having that installed by a handyman or a builder of some kind. So some aging in place specialists will add that extra feature to their services. They will advise you on specific products, the best types of products or how to enhance existing equipment, where to get them, maybe the availability of some grants, that would work out well for very expensive things like stair lifts or residential elevators. They could certainly help you with that. Some of them do provide that. Some also will provide an ongoing support, as your physical abilities change. You can certainly contact that person back again to come back and reassess the environment for any changes that you may be dealing with. Home modifications, of course, is the very, very big part of the aging in place specialist. This is where some provide a complete drawing, a very single room. Some will just provide a written assessment. A lot of it depends on their background. I know that there are architects and builders that take the CAP certified course. So, of course, they are already familiar with programs that can draw up all of these, and that's how they work from these drawings. So, of course, if you get an architect or a builder or a contractor who is also CAP certified, that is how they're going to present the assessment to you, more than likely. Many interior designers are also getting into the aging in place niche because they realize that, aging in place doesn't mean turning your house into a hospital. It means making the home safer and more accessible. And you can certainly do that in an aesthetic and beautiful way, especially nowadays. There are so many wonderful products available now that are dual function. They're not only aesthetically pleasing, but they also provide a practical need. I'm seeing more and more toilet paper holders that are actually a grab bar. So, of course, they have to be mounted a certain way in order to be able to support your weight. But it's actually a toilet paper holder that just happens to have a beautiful little grab bar on it. So that certainly wasn't around several years ago. So designers would be more familiar with those types of products and can, blend them into your existing home decor so that it doesn't make you feel like you're living in an institution type of thing. And now one of the latest issues one of the latest training that a lot of aging in place specialists are getting is on technology, because as homes become smarter, as there are more and more smart devices coming out, it's important to keep on top of what all these devices are and what they can do. There's a wonderful product. It started out, I think, in Denmark. It's called Nobi, N-O-B-I, and it's a overhead light that you put in the ceiling, but it's also a fall detection device. So that is a wonderful way to integrate, something that a lot of seniors have, which are overhead lights. Well, we all have, not just seniors, but we all have overhead lights. I have one right here. But to integrate that with the ability to detect falls and then to send that information to whomever you designate as, your person your contact person, or 911. I think that's wonderful. And designers would know all things like that. Technology training is very, very important these days as far as aging in place services. So the main reason, as I said before, why these professionals are so important for all of us, especially as we're growing older, especially if you have a disability that is now confining you to a mobility device of some kind, then you will more than likely need the services of an aging in place specialist to make your home safer, to allow you a level of independence, as much independence as you can have, so that you can stay in your home for as long as possible, to give you a sense of comfort, to make the home comfortable for you, and to give your family peace of mind, knowing that you're safer and comfortable. And then also the big issue that a lot of people tell me is, well, is that going to decrease the value of my home? The reality is, no, it's actually going to increase the value of your home, depending on how it's done. If the integrations are put in, if you have a curbless shower, a beautiful curbless shower, that is not going to decrease the value of your home. That's for certain. If you have zero threshold entryways, making it easy to go over every entryway, no steps, that is not something that will decrease the value of your home. If you move your washer and dryer from the basement or main level to the upper level where you mostly use a washer and dryer, that is definitely not going to decrease the value of your home. If you need a ramp type of device to get into your home, if it's blended in with by a landscape architect, if it's blended into the environment of the home so that it doesn't look like a ramp, but a beautiful walkway into your home, then that's definitely not going to decrease the value of your home. If you have multi-level kitchen counters, that's certainly not going to decrease the value of your home. If anything, it's going to look like it's more customized. It's going to look more high end. There's so many wonderful, amazing ways that you can increase the value of your home by utilizing any of these home modifications that are normally recommended by aging in place specialists. So how do you find these aging in place specialists? As I said before, I encourage you to take a look at Aging in Place Directory. It's a brand new directory. We're working very hard to get as many professionals signed up in there as possible. But of course, it's going to cover eventually the entire United States and Canada. So I'm really looking forward to getting that website filled with all kinds of aging in place specialists who can provide you with the comfort and the tools that you need to age in place and stay home as long as possible. At the end of the day, that's what all of us want, isn't it? All right, I do want to let you know that next week we're going to have a Michelle Passoff. She is a decluttering specialist from St. Petersburg, Florida. I'm very excited to be interviewing her, so I look forward to having her on episode number 13. Lucky 13. All right, everyone. I wish you all a wonderful day and week, and I will see you next time. Take care. Bye.